And what may have been the most unsettling about the pace of change in the 1920s was that people really wanted both the benefits of the future and the familiar comforts of the past.
They want the fruits of modernity. They want automobiles, electricity, radios. And at the same time, they want it to remain 1850, and they know they cannot have both. And this creates a psychological tension within American society that is then looking for somewhere to go. And it goes into hatred towards immigrants, hatred towards people who are simply different. It goes into intolerance and into the Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan membership soared to 4 million in the 1920s.
Almost everybody that was a good citizen in the South was a member of the Klan. I think they were encouraging morality by turning the light on immorality and deceit and unfairness.
It created a great deal of, I'd say, consternation and debate and so on. They were not just opposed to the blacks, but they were opposed to the Catholics and the Jews or anybody else that came somewhere. Going to people's houses, calling them out and insulting them and whipping them and things of that kind. This was not just peculiar to the South at Alabama, it was nationwide.
The Klan was actively recruiting in many northern states.
My father was asked if he would like to join the Ku Klux Klan. He grabbed the guy by the collar and threw him down the stairs. 3 nights later, almost directly across the street, there was a large cross burning. I still can see it in my mind. It was a dreadful, horrifying experience. My mother said, "It's just as though they're guarding the gates of hell."
Those white people who catered to us and were in sympathy with us, they caught hell too.
James Cameron was living in Indiana when he and 2 childhood friends were seized by a Klan-inspired mob, enraged by reports of the rape and murder of a white couple.
Many of them out in the crowd had the robes and hood on too. And then the leader said, "Take all these niggas out and hang them."
His 2 friends were lynched. James Cameron barely escaped with his life.
They put a rope around my neck and they threw the other end over the tree. And I kept crying and hollering, "I haven't done anything." But before they could hang me up, a voice said, "Take this boy back. He had nothing to do with any killing or raping." I looked up to heaven and I said, "Lord, have mercy."
Throughout the decade, an estimated 200 people were lynched by the Klan. This organization, claiming to uphold the values and virtues of the past, became so powerful in the 1920s that it seized political control in 7 states. And in 1927, Klansmen marched, 50,000 strong, down the streets of the nation's capital. Clearly, the forces of 20s modernity had stirred a bitter resistance.